Christians. Here's another one telling me that I'm wrong. And she says that God doesn't force anyone to follow him. I have never said God forced anybody to do anything. I have never said that. Not in one single post have I ever said God forces anyone to do anything. All I've ever said is that man does not have a quote unquote free will. And so many of you cannot distinguish the difference between will and choice. Will is what is used to make a choice. A will determines what choices you make. Will and choice aren't the same thing. So just because you're giving a choice, that doesn't imply freedom of will. It does imply that you have a will. My argument is that man's will is not free. His will is in bondage to sin. This lady says that God gives us a choice if we love him. He gives us a choice if we love him and want to follow him. We choose through our freedom of will, our free will, to do evil or good. No, you don't. You choose with your free will to choose freely amongst the sin that is laid before you. The good you do not have freedom to do. You are not free in will to do that which is pleasing to God, because he is the one that determines the criteria for what is pleasing to him, not you. So when you say that you have a choice, you don't get an argument from me. And I'm not saying that God forces anybody. But what I will say this, to his people, God is a parent. He is our father. And we are told that the Lord chastens those whom he loves and rebukes those whom he loves. Now, you may not want to call that forcing, but my mother was pretty good at discipline with 4 kids at a very young age. Now, my mother, when she wanted something to go her way with her children, which she deserved to have because she's our mother, she made sure we did her will. We either did it willingly or she forced the issue with a disciplinary hand. Call it what you will. But what God does is higher than what a natural parent does. So all this nonsense about freedom to choose good and evil is ridiculous. Man's will is in bondage to a sinful nature,